Hi friends, welcome back. So we have been learning all this week about Lag BaOmer, Lamed Gimel, the 33rd day of the Omer, of Sfirata Omer. And the Omer, Sfirata Omer, is counting down all of the days from when we left Mitzrayim, we left Egypt, to when we got the Torah and Matan Torah in the desert. So let's count for today. Let's see, today is day 29. So let's add it to our Sphera board. All right. So now let's review what we've been learning all week so we can learn the next and last part of the story. So our story starts with a man named Kalba Savua and his beautiful daughter named Rachel. It was time for Rachel to get married, but there was nobody that she wanted to get married to. Her father would bring her so many smart and handsome young men, but she didn't want any of them. Now, because Kalba Savua was so rich, he had a lot of sheep, and he didn't take care of his sheep. He had a shepherd, someone to take care of them. His name was Akiva. See, he has a little sheep. And Rachel every day would watch him take care of the sheep, and she thought to herself, oh, what a nice man. I want to marry him. So she told her dad. She told her daddy. She said, Daddy, I want to marry him. And Kalba Savua said, what? But he's not a scholar. He doesn't even know his aleph beis. Right? Because Akiva didn't know his aleph beis because he couldn't go to school. So she said, I don't care. I'm going to marry him anyways. So she married Akiva. And she told her father that she married him. And he said, you are no longer allowed in my house. You have to go live on your own. So her and Akiva, they went and they lived on their own. And they did not have a lot of money. So he had to go to work every day. And every day when he went to work, he would pass the rock that had dripping water. Drip, 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 drip. And he noticed, there's a hole in the rock. And he thought, if something as soft as water can make a hole in something as hard as a rock, maybe it's not too late for me to start learning the aleph bet, right? Because he was afraid to go. So he ran home and he said, Rachel, I'm ready to go to yeshiva. I'm not scared anymore. And she said, oh, that is wonderful. I am going to stay home and I'm going to work and I'm going to send you money to go to school, right? And he went and every day he learned his aleph bet. Aleph bet, until he was learning and he learned so much. And he became he learned all of his aleph bet, and he learned all of the Torah and all of the Parsha, and it was time for him to come home. And so he decided he would come home. And when he was almost home, he heard his wife Rachel talking to the neighbor. And the neighbor said, don't you miss your husband? Don't you miss having nice things? And she said, no, because I love my husband and I know that he is learning and he's doing the right thing. And if he stayed for another 12 years, I would be happy. So Akiva heard this. So he went back, right? And eventually he learned so much that he became the teacher, right? And he had so many students, right? He had hundreds and hundreds of students that he would teach every day. And that's where we left off last week. So this week, Rabbi Akiva he's starting to come home again, right? After another 12 years. And he's coming home and he has all of his students walking in front of him. So they're walking like this. And Rachel sees this and she goes, oh, I want to go see my husband. I can't wait. It's been so long, right? And Kalba Savua, remember, he liked the holy rabbis, right? So he heard that a holy rabbi was coming into town. He's like, oh, I have to go meet him, right? I've never heard of this Rabbi Akiva before, because he forgot about the shepherd, right? He forgot Akiva was a shepherd. So Rachel tried to come, and she was all dirty, right? Because she didn't have a lot of money, and she was working very hard. And Rachel said, oh, I want to see my husband. And the student said, no, you're dirty. You can't talk to him. And Akiva, he pushed them out of the way. He said, move, I want to see my wife, right? And he said, we should thank Rachel Because if it wasn't for Rachel, I would have never gone to yeshiva, and I would have never become a great rabbi, and I would never be able to teach you. So they all clapped for Rachel, and he said, Rachel, I got you a gift because you were so kind to me and you sent me all of your money. I got you a clip of Yerushalayim. So he gave her a little clip, he put it in her hair of Yerushalayim. And Rabbi Akiva finally moved back home, right? And he was teaching all of his students. But there was a problem. Do you know what that problem was? They would learn all day and night, right? Rabbi Akiva would teach them all day and night. But they didn't listen to the one most important part of the Torah. They did not have Ahavat Yisrael. And they would fight and they would be mean and they say, I know more than you. No, I know more than you. My way is right. No, my way is right. I'm better than you. And because they weren't listening, Hashem was not happy. And they all started to get sick. Right? They started to get sick and they weren't feeling well. And this all happened during Sfirat Omer when they were counting the Omer. And so on the 33rd day of the Omer, on Lamed Gimel, the 33rd day, all the students, they stopped getting sick. And they started to feel better, right? So now, to remember them not having Ahavat Yisrael, during the Omer, we are very serious. And we don't have any weddings, and we don't cut our hair, and we don't listen to music, to make sure that we don't make the same mistake that they made, right? And to remember what happened. And so Rabbi Akiva, when they all got better, he started to teach them, and he became a really, really great rabbi, right? Now, Rabbi Akiva lived in a time of the Romans. And the Romans, they didn't like Rabbi Akiva learning. So they took Rabbi Akiva and they put him in jail. See? They put him in the jail because he was learning. And that is where our story ends. Rabbi Akiva, he wasn't scared, right? Because he knew that Hashem would be with him. So he was in the jail, but he was still happy because Hashem was with him. And that is how the story ends off. All right, bye friends. See you next time.